it creates transparency. It creates accountability, and we don't argue. We don't have to argue over change orders, and we can track everything down. So it's just been a good thing for us. So we're a grading contractor that started doing utilities, and when we purchased the company from the original owner in 2006, we were doing about $3 million a year, and we're all the way up to where this year we'll do 30 million. Oh, it was a nightmare. So we'd start out with the T&M tickets out in the field. The guys most of the time didn't get it filled out correctly. Sometimes it wasn't legible. By the time we got it back to the office, we'd send it over for approval, and most of the time the project managers were like, I can't read this, it's not legible enough. I don't even know whether this is my guy that signed it. Just lots of different arguments, and all of that has just gone away. I was just kind of tracking it through the numbers, and there was a few jobs that I thought that we'd missed out on some change order work because we didn't have the pictures. The owner was able to come back and argue the point of, hey, I don't think this work ever took place, and I don't think it was. I don't think you had to do as much work as what you said you had to do. So we'd end up negotiating a lot of these change orders, and so it just makes it really easy to where we can take a picture of the work before, a picture of the work after, attach it all, and it tells the story to where the owner picks it up, and they still want to try and argue through it with the GC, but it usually doesn't make it back to us. So once they got onto it and they understood how easy it was to get paid and make their jobs more successful, we've seen a lot of our jobs, the profit margins come up just because we could track it, and if there was a problem with it, we could fix it here in the office on the computer. They could start it out in the field, we could fix it, and then send it back out and say, okay, now get it signed, which saved days. They still have to do the change orders, and so they're still fussing a little bit, but it creates the record of, hey, you need to finish following through with this to where I can get involved, and then I don't lose the money that we're owed. Actually, in the first 6 months, raised our net profit up 3%. For us, it just created better relationships with our GCs because they were able to effectively communicate with the owner. I have guys comment all the time that, man, if everybody would get on this program, our change orders would be so much simpler to process. It was just kind of putting the business on steroids almost. It just lifted everybody. Everybody kind of seeing the benefit of it. You could carry a tablet and have everything right there. I mean, how much better can it be to have your job, your tickets, pretty much everything that you're doing right there in front of you. I definitely think it's a good thing for anybody, especially us subcontractors that are looking to tidy up the ship a little bit, maybe trying to improve our bottom line. There's no way that if you're using the program, if you're going through the process and staying with it, there's no way that your bottom line can't come up and your stress level go down, because I'm telling you, we just don't have to. I can't stress that enough. We just don't have to really explain our change orders.